guys, welcome to my 19-week bump date. Today I am 19 weeks pregnant. Today baby is the size of a zucchini. My first symptom to mention this week is movement. I mentioned last week that I thought that I might have been feeling movement, and this week I definitely am 100% sure that I'm feeling movement. The first time that I became aware that it was definitely movement that I was feeling was I felt the same sensations of moving that I had been feeling in the past, but this time it all seemed to be on the right side of my uterus, and there was actually a bulge sticking out. So I was concerned at first. I was like, what's going on? What's that? And you could feel the bulge, and I got my husband to get up and go get the Doppler just so that I could see if it was baby. And it was her. So she had crawled over to the right side of my uterus and curled up in a ball and was making herself known there. So that was very exciting for me. That was the first time that I knew for sure that that was her moving. When I put the Doppler on my stomach, the heartbeat was right there straight away, so I know that that was her just curled up in a ball. Another exciting thing that happened in relation to movement was I felt her have the hiccups for the first time. I'm 95% sure that it was hiccups because it was a rhythmic, continuous thumping, like a tap kind of from the inside, and it lasted for about 10 minutes. I put my hands on my belly and I could feel it from the outside, so I got Andrew's hand and I put his hand on my stomach and he could feel her hiccups from the outside too. So that was really exciting. That's the first time that he's felt her move. Although technically it was just the hiccups, she wasn't moving, but it's better than nothing. My next symptom is bloating. A few days last week I had some pretty bad bloating, which makes me look further along than I am, which I'm not complaining about. I had my first regular passenger congratulate me and ask if I was pregnant. So that was very exciting that the regulars at work are beginning to realize that I'm pregnant and they can see that I am. And he's the first person that I've had actually ask and congratulate me since I got pregnant that didn't know that I was pregnant. Another symptom that I've had this week is pimples. I have pimples all along here and some on my neck, and they're pretty bad, and I just cover them up with makeup. They don't really bother me. So my next symptom that I would like to mention is fatigue. This symptom only occurred once, one day, and it was yesterday that it happened. It really concerned me because it was a day where I could barely move, I could barely keep my eyes open, I could barely walk, I felt really weak. It was far worse than any fatigue that I experienced in the first trimester, so I was extremely confused as to what was going on. My work Christmas party was the night before, so we were out till about midnight, and I did do some dancing, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. However, by yesterday afternoon at 1:30 in the afternoon, my husband asked me what I had eaten, and it was not much. I had eggs for breakfast and then an apple for like morning tea, and I still hadn't had lunch because I was sleeping. I couldn't get out of bed. I was so tired, so I was just sleeping and not eating. He seems to think that it was just that I hadn't eaten enough that day, probably mixed with going out dancing the night before. We went out and we had something to eat, and I felt much better after that, so I think that he was right. I just need to make sure that I'm eating enough. If you haven't seen my previous video, I am doing a mini TTC giveaway with some pregnancy tests and some OPKs. I will link my TTC giveaway video down below so that you can go and check it out. Details on how to enter the giveaway will be on that video, and the winner will be randomly selected in about 5 days' time. Alright guys, I'll go ahead and show you my 19-week baby bump. Okay guys, that was my 19-week bump date. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to follow our journey, you can subscribe below, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!